What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here. We're going to be quickly doing this one. This is the last cosmic node, and then we can finally start a legendary. And yeah, we've pretty much. I think this node is actually easier than the second one, just because we start off with a pretty nice, easy team with a whole bunch of Hydras, and there's a couple. I think there's a couple of Winter Soldiers there as well. But it's a very straightforward node, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the one shot, but I didn't care at that point. I just kind of kept the progress, and yeah, I think for a lot of these nodes, people are going to be breezing through it because these cosmic ones always have a pretty good set of characters that can get through them. We have the Eternals, we have Kestrel, Phyla, and then we have T'Challa as well, who has been just insane. If you guys are doing the Gambit raids, yeah. So we've got. Once you take care of the Winter Soldiers, because they're the most dangerous characters, you can focus on the next, the minions. Really, I don't really know if there's a particular one that's better or worse, but because they don't really have that great stats, they do drop pretty fast. So just keep that in mind, and we'll speed it up so you guys get, you know, so you don't have to watch the full slow-mo speed of it. But yeah, it's just, you know, take out the take out whoever you think is going to be key, and then once the next wave drops, we can use those ultimates and cooldowns that we have saved up here. And I think it's best to kind of wait and hold on to your Icarus and Cersei bombs just until that wave drops, so that way you can just get the maximum value out of your ultimates. Focusing on Red Skull because he's the most dangerous character. Same with Zemo as well. We blinded him, so it works out great. And yeah, and I think yeah, pretty straightforward. I don't think you guys are gonna have too many issues. I was not able to one-shot it because we kind of biffed it at the end there, and you guys will see that. But yeah, get the Red Skulls down, then you can focus on Zemo. But pretty straightforward, I think, for the most part. Just making sure you're hitting those defense downs as well for the procs. And really, I don't really think I have too much else to comment on that, other than the fact that, like I said, it's just nice that it's pretty much Hydras, and I mean, in terms of stats, they're pretty mediocre. Lost quite a bit of steam. They used to be such a good war defense team, but you know, they're pretty straightforward here. And again, just really, the more you kill, the more turn meter T'Challa gets as well. So it's kind of nice there. But yeah, it's a fairly straightforward node, and making sure you're hitting those defense downs. I even, in this case, just keep using the single targeted basics from the Eternals, so then they get multiple hits because they assist each other. And then, of course, every time you hit defense down as well, you get that proc from Kestrel. So really getting maximum damage there, and really good value, especially for like the characters that we're picking, because of the fact that they are such good characters across the game. So once you take care of this one, the last wave drops, and then we'll slow it back down. And I think this is kind of the... just trying to remember if this was the wave that got me. No, I think it's the wave after this. But yeah, again, just, you know, focus on the defense down, get those procs in. The Icarus bomb here is going to get double damage. Oh, I guess not. I thought it was going to kill off the minion there. I guess not. And then... yeah, there's not really any crazy characters. Focus on Punisher because everybody else is pretty basic. I kind of froze there a bit. And yeah, and then again, we got Kestrel's bomb there. Just smashing it down the middle, getting the maximum damage in, and really getting those defense down procs. I really like this flank here because it just hits everybody, and it hits the two Punishers, Nick Fury and Crossbones as well, whereas the other side just has minions. And I think this will depend too, depending on who you clear, the drop changes on where the minions drop. But yeah, it's obviously it's, you know, it's always gonna have some variance, but you know, we're lucky there. We got a pretty nice cluster. Red Skull does drop, and yeah, I'm trying to remember here when I get wiped. I thought it was that last wave, but might be the one after this one. So anyways, keep that in mind, and we will hopefully unfortunately, I wish I was able to one-shot it for you guys, but yeah, I was just too invested at this point. I was too much I was not in the mood to go through to another attack attempt. I think this was just it was just my first attack attempt, and I just said, you know what, let's run with it, and we ended up doing pretty good. So it ended up working well. Yeah, again, just hitting those vulnerabilities, getting those procs in from Kestrel, and of course, yeah, of course. I'm just trying to remember. I think this is probably it. I think I'm just trying to remember how I get wiped. First Violet Veil goes down, and then yeah, the next wave drops here. Oh yes, it was death. It was this wave. Now I remember. Yeah, it was the ultimates, and then Death Pool dropping as well. So yeah, so they take out T'Challa and they take out Phyla, and then of course I kind of knew at that point, oh yeah, we're probably not going to get through it. So that's where we just said, you know what, let's just save our cooldowns for the next wave, and we can clean up house on the next one. So we probably, if I had the ultimate from Xerxes, I probably would have been able to maybe get a couple more down before I went down. But yeah, as you can see here, just lots of cooldowns getting blown off at us, lots of ultimates, and then of course that death pool dropping really kind of hindered our plans there. So that's kind of what ended up being our kryptonite. So we go down. Not a bad attack attempt, especially for the first one. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at here now. And yeah, as you guys can see here, we didn't do too bad. I think we did more than half the damage, and it ends up putting us in a pretty solid position for the next day. And yeah, if you can 2-shot it, 3-shot it, that's fine. I think lots of people are gonna have. If you're saving your cosmic materials, you're gonna probably not use the optimized team. I think obviously the best one was probably, you know, even having you know, Silver Surfer in here, or maybe Death Pool as well. But in an ideal world, that's a lot of cosmic materials. So we kind of went with the team that we did, and of course because of that, we can start a legendary shortly after. And yeah, as you guys see here, we don't have Icarus's bomb, which is unfortunate, but we should be able to still make do because we have Xerxes ultimate, and that's going to help give us a little bit of hopefully some cushion here, especially from all these guys here. There's a lot of characters on the board here. Once we get rid of these guys, I think there's like, what, 10 guys on the board? 8 or 9 guys. This is going to clear at least half of the remaining guys that we need to do for this node. So. And then we got Barrier from Phyla-Vel as well, which is nice. Again, making sure we get that proc from Kestrel by landing on the defense down. See, this would be great right now because everybody's got all these crazy buffs. If Icarus could do his thing, and look at that, everybody targets him. I think if they targeted somebody else, they probably would have died. But yeah, this would be a perfect time right now for his bomb because of all these negatives. And if we take somebody else extra, that would have been awesome for the double hit, but I guess not. And then yeah, we got let's see here, look, we got a lot of negatives on them now, and you can see that on the left side there's quite a bit of people that are low in health, but just stay the course here, hitting those procs. And then again, every time we kill, T'Challa's turn meter also gets filled as well here. So we got Kestrel's special as well, so that lines up perfectly well in that spot that we like in the right side. And we can use Phyla-Vel's again, just making sure she hits somebody and proc. She gets that extra little hit there as well. And yeah, I would recommend if you don't have Death Pool stunned, take care of her first. But I have her stunned, so I'm not really focusing on her. And yeah, just focusing on that cluster again. We can leave the minions last. Captain America is a good choice as well because he can do the energy for the team, and that's kind of annoying. And as you guys see here, once we take care of Hydra, or sorry, not Hydra, Red Skull, then we can get rid of Death Pool as well. Look at that, Kestrel cancels the summons, which is perfect for us. Icarus is going to get those multiple hits here, and then he's going to get an assist, and then we get the proc as well from sorry, getting flustered here. Am I talking from Kestrel? And yeah, there you guys have it. Like, look at that. So we should be able to handle the last wave here, no problems now, because that was like a death. There was a lot of characters there. So the last wave is pretty consistent with everything else that's been dropping. It's kind of a weird little mixed match of everyone. And for the most part, because we do have our cooldowns as well, it's very straightforward. All right, guys. So I think I think for the most part, I don't know if there's a correct attack order. But Spider-Man, Death Pool, Punisher, I think those are all solid choices. Punisher because he's really squishy. Spider-Man because he can start applying defense down and stunning. So he's a good choice as well. We're gonna, you know what, we're gonna blind him just to make sure. And of course, if you can, blinding Kestrel's basic is always nice because she can land double defense down, and then she gets an extra proc as well if we're getting any vulnerability tags on them. So yeah, it's really good stuff, guys. Yeah, we'll probably just focus on Spider-Man. I don't know if that's the best idea because sometimes he can dodge like crazy, so it might not be the best idea, but we'll stick with it there. And then again, we got Icarus's bomb. This is gonna finally allow us to double proc. I've been trying to do this entire node, and we finally get it at the end here, which is great. Also great is the fact that we do have our cosmic nodes finished up, so then we don't really have to worry about saving cooldowns for the next batch. This is it for the cosmic side of things, and we could probably auto once there's 2 or 3 or 4 guys left. And I mean, obviously, don't leave it up to chance, right? But if you're feeling lazy, like myself, so then we take care of Spider-Man. Smash that special down there. Not sure if it's even needed, but definitely overkill if it's needed for sure. Get that extra proc as well. We got Phylavel. I like using her basic because it hits more than one target and it bounces as well. And then of course we get that nice proc as well. So nice buffs on Deathpool, which is kind of nice for us because that means we can use Icarus's basic. He's gonna get that assist from Cersei as well, and she's gonna hopefully be able to flip some of those for us. And then as you can see here, T'Challa does his thing. Love that double hit. Like I said, T'Challa's really, I think a lot of people have really been impressed with him, and I think people weren't really sure about him. He's quite cheap to bring up, and I think with the Gambit raids, I think he just really shined, especially if you're doing higher difficulties. He's just amazing. Yeah, his blind and his speed from each kill on those raids are awesome. And actually, you know what? I use him in Doom raids as well. So, it is what it is. We like using him, and yeah, he's pretty cool. I wish his, I wish he was more. I think maybe if they bring out more of those what if characters, he might have some synergy with them. But we'll see. We'll see where the game takes us. So, anyways, yeah, as you can see here, we're taking a while killing Deathpool here, which is probably a good thing we didn't go for her. But yeah, we'll do that ultimate. And as you guys see here, I mean, really, you can pretty much auto at this point, but obviously you want to make sure you don't screw around and get, wiped as well. So as you guys see here, we're pretty much down to the last 2 now, and yeah, I don't really think they're gonna be able to come back from this. Captain America doing his thing, very straightforward, and yeah, that's it, guys. I think you get the gist of it. We're gonna auto, and I think you guys hopefully can get through the cosmics as well, and then we can start on legendary. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I was already behind on my videos on the recordings, so apologize for that, but we do get through legendaries pretty quick thanks to these guys getting us through cosmic. So awesome. We get some mega orbs, and we get some T4s there as well. And that's it, guys. That is it for the 2-shotter. Yeah, I wish I could do it in 1 shot, but yeah, I was too lazy. You probably can, but I wasn't patient enough for it. I think I was a lot more patient in the earlier nodes with City and Global just because I had time to wait around, but we have the materials to start Legendary, so we're going to see if we can get it done here. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.